What is up, YouTube? I'm here playing Dark Souls 3. It came out the other night. I wasn't able to play it then. I haven't been able to play it up until right now. It's about 2 days after release. I've just been super busy with school. A little bit about sort of my background. My background is historic costume, kind of fashion design, and then some theater costuming. Dark Souls is a really rich costume base, so I'm really excited to kind of get into that. Look at some of their costuming. I've played Dark Souls 1 and 2, I've played Bloodborne, didn't get into the other Dark Souls games as much as I got into Bloodborne. I loved Bloodborne's sort of gothic architecture in 1800s kind of fashion, and kind of like the spin on that they did. It was super cool, and I really got into that. So I'm interested to see kind of if they bring some over from Bloodborne. I know it's not a Souls game, so they really shouldn't, but it'll be interesting to see if they do. Yeah, so this is going to be essentially a blind playthrough. I haven't seen any gameplay for this. Like I said, I have played Dark Souls 1 and 2, so I'm not completely unfamiliar with the series. This is going to be the first game I'm playing on, or first Dark Souls game I've been playing on PS4. Yeah, so let's get into this. I haven't played this at all except to build a character's kind of face, because it took me about 3 hours, because I ain't using no default faces, because they're awful.
Yes. Indeed.
So I'm going to let you guys watch the intro here, just to get a feel of the storyline, and we'll get going.
Where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge.
Man, wow, okay.
In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words.
Nice.
The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones.
Wow, the game looks this good.
When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep.
Wow.
Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers.
Kind of Bloodborne-ish. Definitely looks a little bit more like Bloodborne.
And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Wow, that looks good. Damn. Nice, okay, so I think that's the opening cinematic, it looks like. That last armor set is sweet. I love the top of that helmet. Okay, so I haven't looked at any sort of the class armors and stuff. I have seen this, though, because it's sort of the intro one, and I love this armor set. Oh my god, it is so cool. I love kind of the chainmail out of the bottom. It'd be really interesting to sort of start stripping off that armor and see, like, what's underneath, but it looks like we've got some like leggings and stuff here, which is interesting because technically in this time period they weren't wearing pants in that like pants as we know them. So kind of interesting to look at this and kind of see where fantasy meets reality. I love that kind of one side is metal and the other side looks to be sort of like a sculpted leather. That is pretty cool. The double daggers, that's awesome. Good touch there. Alright, I'm a fan. Alright, let's get into the name here. I'm just going to go with Embers. Seems appropriate after watching the title there. Alright, gender, I'm gonna go female. I always go female. Age, young, that's fine. Class. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, so the knight looks pretty good. Ooh, definitely kind of a Middle Eastern turban there. That's interesting. Huh, definitely kind of Crusades-ish. Sword, no hilt. That's intense. Oh, wow, okay, so you probably get some dual wielding there. That's sweet. That's actually, that's really cool. I'm a fan. Wow, okay. Nice. Once again, we've got the pants, boots. Those boots are sweet. I love the buckles, man. Wow. Yeah, that looks good. Definitely sort of, I think, like a Syrian turban, if I'm not mistaken. That's an interesting, interesting choice there. I wonder if we're going to see much more kind of Middle Eastern influence. Oh, okay. Norse Viking style helmet. Nice. Chainmail. That is sweet. I love those boots, man. They're like hideous, but also kind of awesome. Love the fur. And that's the warrior. Yeah, the one-sided armor. Really, I don't think in history that was really done that often. That's sort of one-sided, but it's kind of become a staple in video games, and it looks pretty sweet, I gotta say. Alright, Herald. That's a new class I haven't seen before. That's interesting. Spear. I like it. Definitely back to sort of traditional European Middle Ages. Now those are actually what pants would have looked like. I'm turning the character up like that in a sort of perverse kind of way to see if they have, because they wouldn't have actually had a crotch on these, and I'm wondering if they're following through with that. Now, of course, it's a video game. They can't just have everyone running around naked. But they wouldn't have had, I said perverse. It's not perverse way. I'm sorry. My bad. But they wouldn't have had that. It would have been like belted to the belt. There was almost sort of a suspendery thing, because they didn't have that until sort of the I believe it was the Renaissance. They really started having the crotch there. Otherwise, they were just sort of like leggings-ish style thing. Ooh, I like. So these are more like the pants they would have actually had. That's interesting. Once again, they wouldn't have really had a crotch on them because they weren't able to do that, and they wouldn't be. Actually, these really aren't that fitted. That's pretty good. Definitely a woven. Love that chainmail. Looks pretty good. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to hear that when you're running around. Leather armor. Might go with that class. I'm definitely thinking of going with a dex build. So that looks like a pretty high amount of dex. Oh, actually more dex on this one. Not as much of a fan on the armor, though. It's cool. It's cool, different sort of a peasant's headdress there. Huh, okay. Alright, standard kind of sorcerer garb. I gotta say, this game has always had a problem with, like, garments fitting when they get into these, like, cloaks and stuff. And the hood, like, it's cool design-wise, but, man, does that kind of look awful. Whoa, okay, we've got some, like, Native American influence here. That's interesting for the Pyromancer, yet we've got a sort of Celtic-style shield emblem. Well, Greek, I guess, really. But sort of that green makes me think Celtic. That's interesting. Not real familiar with sort of Native American traditional clothing, but that's, I wonder if there's going to be some backstory on that, or... That's interesting. Ooh, okay. Huh, he seems to have that sort of cloth thing on his back, like the thing on the cinematic. That kind of old woman. Wonder if that's going to be a thing. Alright, standard. Yeah, so that's really kind of standard Middle Ages look there, kind of moving into the Renaissance era. Yeah, that's nice. And of course, the Deprived. Alright, you know, there's some stats on this. I'd love a little bit more dex, but there's some stats on this I just don't feel like I need. I'm not really thinking of going to magic, so I don't need that attunement. I really need the intelligence, faith. Luck is higher on this one. I assume that has something to do with drops. I'm gonna go with thief. Wow, they're really pretty standard tooltips here, not that sort of vague stuff we've gotten in the past. That's interesting. I bet that's an infuse your weapon with fire sort of deal. More appropriate for warriors than... Huh. For invading. I'm gonna go with the life ring, honestly. Face preset. So this is the one. Go with that. Build. We're gonna go very slim. Physique. Muscular. Yeah, muscular. I don't really feel like I can carry any armor, so let's put a little bit more thickness into that. Alright, I'm okay with that. Voice, oh, that's different. How moving on with the heck? Age, I wonder if that actually has any effect on anything? Probably not. Alright, so I think that is what I'm going with. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, so excited. Oh my god. Okay, let's get into this. Alright, this episode, I've got about 2 minutes left on this. I'm filming with the internal PS4 kind of thing, so I've only got about 15 minutes per episode, so probably do another one after this and just get both of those uploaded at once. Okay, it looks pretty good. Looks very Dark Souls 1-ish. Sort of the cluttered environment. Huh, okay. Alright. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, movement. Huh. It actually feels a little different than previous Souls games. Oh, hello. Okay. Worth a shot, right? I love that. That control is insane. Okay. Check my moveset here. What do we got? Okay. Oh, we do have like the Bloodborne charged attack. That's cool. Alright, let's see what's down here. Is that block? Okay, that's block. Haven't played a game where I had to block. Yeah. Oops. Alright. Alright, well this episode is almost over, so I'm gonna get up to this little item here. And then I'm gonna stop and we will get into... Oh, hello. Oh! Okay, first parry of the game. That's interesting. Cloaks. Sort of reminiscent of... You think of almost like a monk. Huh, maybe they are wiser than they look. That's interesting. Alright, let's grab this. Ashen Estus Flask. The heck is that? I have a blue bar. What is the blue bar? Whoa, top of my health there. What is that? Is that magic, maybe? Huh. That's gonna be interesting to check out there. And burst back staff.